Did you know that sometimes people want me to talk about anxiety with them and I refuse to? I refuse to talk with people about anxiety sometimes. Did you know that? Did you know that? Okay, let me explain. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, not trying to be a jerk.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
All right, good morning, fam. Good morning. Back for another day of life. Back for another day of daily. So blessed, y'all. I say it every morning, and it is so true. So blessed to be able to spend another day with you. So blessed to put mental health out in this world again today, y'all. I am on this. It's an early morning. I'm on to a conference meeting at a school with the client and his families and his teachers and his counselors. You know, that's what we do. That's what we do. We take the MWA thing into schools. We're not sitting in some office, cushy office with nice lighting and nice, drowsy, somber music. We get out, and we get out in this environment, and we do real therapy. We do real therapy, and no cap. This is a morning that I really had to get myself out of this bed. No cap. I struggled getting that 4 a.m. edit done, but we did. No cap. Is it a little sus? Is it a little sus that I'm talking like this? Kind of cringe, isn't it? Kind of cringe. Anyway, you guys know the deal. Let's sit back, put on your seatbelts, and enjoy this ride around just doing community mental health today, y'all.
It's easy to fall in love.
Hey, if you thought that was a little cringe, that I said all those no caps and sus, and you just are like a teenager and you're like, hey, a 48-year-old man's not supposed to talk like that, or you're an adult, you're a Gen Xer, and you're like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? No cap and sus. You should go back and watch yesterday's episode. I talked about all why I like using the slang, why I like keeping up on all that hip teenage language. I also tell you that as a therapist, as a person, that I really like, I like going deeper than that, y'all. I love going deeper than that. I like making it more personal. I know the person that I'm talking to is so valuable and so interesting that I like to find out things about them. Like, I like to go deeper. I like to go deeper than just like, hey, yeah, we're just talking about thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. I want to know what makes that person tick tock. Not like TikTok, like, you know, the app, but what makes them go? What makes them feel good? What makes them, what's their life like? How are they spending their time? How are they not spending their time? Like, I like to see the whole picture. I like to go deeper. I like to work through all those things that maybe other people don't really care about. That's what I like to focus on with people, is the things that other people don't focus on, the things that they don't really care about. One of the things that I like talking with kids about, teenagers, you know, when I was growing up, we had our own language as teenagers. Rad, totally cool, you know, those kind of far out, you know, those kind of things. Today's teenagers, they got all this other conversation. They got all this other conversation going, like sus, which is like suspect, sus, mid, which is kind of like middle. It's kind of mid. It's kind of like, it's not bad. It's not not good. It's just kind of mid. It's kind of in between, right? You know, they got all these different skibbity. They like saying skibbity toilet. They like saying skibbity toilet. I'm telling you all this, y'all, because I'm telling you, like, I like to dive deep. I like to dive deep into the things that interest me.
To fall in love. I say when I'm in charge. When I'm in charge. When I'm in charge. Only you can make me feel.
All right, fam, I just want to keep you updated on MEG. MEG is, I interviewed MEG yesterday. If you watched yesterday's episode, I interviewed MEG. She's the first potential therapist that we're gonna hire to join the MWA gang. She's gonna be a gangster. She's gonna be a gang. And loved the interview with MEG. I think she could be a great addition. She's not straight collared at all. She's cool. She's got the hip vibe. And I think teenagers will really like her. I sent the contract out to her late last night, and we'll see. We'll see by the end of this episode. We'll see if she's accepted it or not. She's got 7 days to think about it. But who's gonna need 7 days to be like, yes, I'll join the MWA gang? I mean, it's a cool gang to hang out with. But I'm excited. I'm hoping that she decides to join our gang, and when she does, y'all, when she does, I'll make sure to update you as soon as she does sign that contract. All right, fam, did you know that sometimes people want me to talk about anxiety with them, and I refuse to? I refuse to talk with people about anxiety sometimes. Did you know that? Did you know that? Okay, let me explain. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, not trying to be a jerk. But there are certain people that struggle with anxiety, that have struggled with anxiety for so long that they don't know what life is like without anxiety. They don't know what life is like, that they just truly identify themselves as an anxious person. And that if they didn't focus on anxiety every day, that they don't know what life would be like. That basically they have created their identity as to be an anxious person. And by creating this identity, what they have done is do this exact thing that they want to stop. What they've done is they've created anxiety. They've created anxiety to continue to happen because they keep focusing on anxiety. And so one of the things that we do sometimes in treatment, in therapy, is to focus on, not on anxiety, but to focus on all the other stuff other than anxiety. Basically, we say, okay, we're gonna stop talking about anxiety. We're gonna stop talking about anxiety. We're not gonna give anxiety the time, the credit that it wants. And we're going to talk about we're going to focus on all the other stuff in your life, all the strengths, all your interests, all the things that you enjoy in life. We're going to talk about those things. And we're not going to talk about anxiety. And when we start doing that, y'all, there's this discomfort. There's this discomfort because that anxious person starts being like, if we don't talk about anxiety, I'm gonna just keep feeling anxious, and I don't know how to live a life. I don't know how to live if I was just to focus on enjoying sports or enjoying music or enjoying going out to eat. I don't know how I don't know how to live. I don't know how to live. And that's the process. That's the conversation. That's the work. Is basically we squeeze out. Instead of talking about anxiety and making anxiety bigger, when we talk about anxiety, for some people, not all people, I want you to hear this, not all people, but for some people, when we talk about anxiety, it continues to make it happen. It continues to make it bigger. And when we don't talk about it, anxiety slowly shrinks, and that person starts to identify themselves less with anxiety, and they start to identify themselves more with all the other awesome stuff in life. You know, what I'll have them do is I'll go out and I'll just have them have a fun hour, where instead of focusing on anxiety for an hour, I want you just to go out and have fun. I want you to go have fun. Because what I want you to see is anxiety doesn't have to limit you. That you don't have to spend your day, your time, your energy on anxiety. Isn't that kind of wild that that person will come to me in therapy looking to figure out how to overcome anxiety, and the way to overcome anxiety is to stop focusing on anxiety, to stop talking about it? It is kind of wild. And when I talk with people at first, they're like, "What are you talking about, Randy?" It's almost like they feel like I'm abandoning them or that I'm being mean to them. And the reality is I'm helping them see something. I'm helping them do something that they can't do themselves, because they're so attached, and it's so normal, and they're so comforted by just doing and living the life that they only know how, which is through anxiety. They don't know how to do life any other way. And when I suggest that we're not going to live life that way, it's difficult for them. It's difficult. All right? Hey, y'all. Hey, thanks for watching today. I hope you have a big smile on your face, lots of love in your heart, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Go Chiefs!
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.